Hello, my name's John Coffey and I am the Unpaved Explorer. Today is Saturday, July 20th, 2019. So today I would like to go over my summer backpack and the basic things that I carry in my backpack when I go out on a hike, an overnight hike. It may be one night or multiple nights, but this is the basic equipment that I bring with me in my pack. So, first thing is my pack. For the summertime, I have the Osprey Atmos AG65. It's a 65 liter pack. And one of the things I modified on this pack is on the shoulder straps, I put some paracord and I daisy chained some loops for some to carry some accessories on my shoulder straps. Along with my pack, I carry the cover to cover the pack if it rains. And I also use a compactor bag as a liner for my pack. So some of the things I bring with me is I do bring my hat. It's a Carhartt hat. I call it a sun hat. It's a brim hat. So, all right. I do bring trekking poles on my hikes. I bring a ground mat for for sleeping, a bed mat, and inside my bed mat I carry a tarp. Now this tarp, the reason why I bring this tarp is it is the ground layer for my tent, or if I go cowboy camping, and instead of, if the weather's nice, instead of using the tent, I'll do just a quick tarp cover and sleep outside cowboy style underneath the tarp. I carry a two-person tent. This is the old pup style tent. Very easy. I think it's also called like an A-frame tent. I don't bring the poles. I use my trekking poles as my poles, which makes it nice because my tent is under 3 pounds. Now, in the summertime, I don't use a sleeping bag, and so I just use a quilt, a top quilt. And if the weather is really warm, I really don't use the top quilt. Inside my quilt, I'm one of those individuals who sort of like a little bit of comfort. I do bring a bed sheet. So a lot of times what will happen is I'll lay my mat down, I'll put the quilt down on top of the mat, then I'll just use the bed sheet as my blanket. This I use a packable pillow. Now, since I do make videos, I do bring a electronics bag. Basically, it carries all my Camera equipment. Usually I bring a GoPro and my cell phone. That's basically what I utilize for videoing is a GoPro and my cell phone. And so I bring an electronics bag. On the outside of the bag, on my shoulder straps, I'll use the Z-Packs accessory bag, and then that's for stuff that I need to reach in and stuff. And then just the electronics that I don't use except for like when I'm at camp for recharging and etc. I keep in another a bag for and I put it in my backpack. Now, in later videos, I will break down some of this stuff in a little bit more detail. As far as clothing, what I do is in a small stuff sack, I just bring an extra pair of socks, a t-shirt, extra underwear, and a pair of shorts. So basically one t-shirt, one underwear, one pair of shorts, and one extra sock. On the outside of the pack, I do bring a hand towel to wipe off sweat, just your basic camp towel, and it's got a carabiner, and I just hang it from the pack. I do bring a hygiene kit. Now this is my toiletries. Basically, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, a Bic lighter, and some wet wipes. Depending on where I'm at and what the rules are in regards of how you handle your restroom stuff, your toiletries. I also bring a medical kit. I bought this. This was a pre-made medical kit. Then what I did is I went through it and made it the way, I took things out that I didn't think I needed, and then put stuff in there I thought I would need. Again, I'll go a little bit more in depth in some of these kits that I carry. I bring my cooking kit and fuel. Depending on the hike and how long it will be and where I'm going will determine what I do for water. I bring basically 2 water bottles, one on each side of the pack, and then I will bring a filtration system, and then I also, as a backup, got water purification tablets. One thing I do bring, and I know there are smaller versions, I do bring a Frog Togs rain poncho, and so it's very durable, very big. Basically, it goes over my entire body and my pack, and And so I know you got your disposable ones or your emergency ones, uh, but this comes with me. I bring a seat pad. In this bag here, this goes on the outside of my backpack, are my uh, this is for digging your cat holes, and creek crossing shoes and water shoes, and I use them for my camp shoes. I also bring a spork. I forgot to show it with my cook kit. For lighting, I bring my Lucy light. Actually, this does pack down. I try to keep it blowed up as much as possible. That way I don't have to keep opening it up, closing it, opening up. It just, when you store it, it's good to keep it blowed up. It just helps the Lucy light last longer. But when I go on the trip, I do pack it down. I bring leather gloves. These are my camp gloves, just in case I need to start a campfire. A lot of times when I go out on hikes, depending on the trip, I normally don't do campfires. But if I have the time, if the time allows, and if the weather and the area permits, then I'll do a campfire. I do bring two types of multi-tools. I bring a Coghlan's camp knife. It's a multi-tool. I'll do a little bit a review on my multi-tools, and I also bring a another. I believe this is a Ozark Trails multi-tool. The reason why I bring two tools, this Ozark Trails one has a small little light and pliers. And this one here has a few things that this one doesn't, such as scissors and a cork opener. And so I bring both. They're small. I bring matches in a waterproof container and some duct tape. For fires, I bring a torch lighter. It's a pen torch. I really like this thing. This thing's really fun. Fire starting stuff, and a fire bellow. It helps keep your face from getting a lot of smoke and getting burnt. You extend it out and you blow air into the base of the fire. It helps the fire when it needs oxygen. Additional lighting, I do bring a small little flashlight and a headlamp. I do bring a bug net, and I do bring a signaling device if there ever is a need to use one. You never know what may happen out on the trail. This one I believe has 7 different purposes. I'll do a little in-depth review, not a review, but just a little in-depth discussion of this. this is probably one of the, between the emergency kits and the signaling device, these are two things that I feel that every pack should have. Every pack should definitely have an emergency kit, and every pack should have a signaling device, multi-signaling device, ways to do it, uh, because you definitely need this. And I also bring a little bit of paracord here. I don't like to leave my pack on the ground. I try not to leave it on the ground. So I use my paracord, and I hang my pack on a tree. And then any important things like the electronics will come with me inside the tent. Now, that is the basics of my pack. That's my summer pack. When it gets cooler out, I tend to pack a few other things. When the time comes, I'll make a video on when I switch out from a summer pack to like a spring pack or a fall pack and the winter pack. And in the winter pack, I'll switch up to a larger pack. I switch up to a 80 liter pack, and so. But depending on the trip, I might take 2 more items. Like I said, it really depends on the trip, how long of a trip, and what I plan on doing on the trip. And that is a small little camp chair, or a hammock. This isn't well, you could sleep in it and stuff, but it's not a real fancy one. This is just for relaxing. So, but that's basically the basic pack, not counting food and water. The base weight of my pack is, if you don't count the chair and you don't count the hammock, the base weight of my pack, the way it is, how I covered it with you, is 24 pounds, give or take a pound. But yeah, basically 24 pounds. I really would like to get it right at or near 20. I possibly could by switching out a few items or upgrading. I haven't upgraded on some of my items. But yeah, that's my basic pack, my basic summer pack for backpacking overnight. It may be one night or multiple nights. Basically, this loadout is basically, I would say how I do it is a 3-day, 2-night loadout. If I need anything more, I'd have to adjust it. So, well, I hope this video provided a little bit of information on what I take with me and what I carry in my pack. I know it's very quick, not too in-depth, but a lot of the my equipment, what I'll do is I will do separate videos on some of the kits and some of the stuff that I carry in my kit. For example, my cook kit, I have probably 6 different cook kits I bring, because it will depend on like the trip and stuff like that. So, and then I got various different. I have another tent that I take. It's for different types of trips. The one tent you saw, I used in another video. I switched them out. This tent is a little bit lighter. It's lighter by about 2 pounds, and so, but it's not as roomy. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you out in determining what you'll bring in your pack, or if you're questioning what I bring in my pack. I hope I answered your questions. So if you liked this video, please like, share, subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you could get future videos. So again, my name is John Coffey. I am the Unpaved Explorer, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, you take care.